We're getting there though. Definitely getting there. Alright guys, so I'm out for now. I'll check back in with you as soon as I get those cables. Have a good one, guys. Couple setbacks, couple not setbacks. So, good news first. The fan rings came out wonderfully. I've actually got those installed now. Let me show you. I don't have the fans put in yet, but I've got the blades put on. Look at that. Yeah, I was going to paint the center. It wasn't working. And so I got some like carbon fiber wannabe tape and put that over the center. I think it looks pretty damn good. That's the rings on the fans. Those are all set. And then here are the monitor stands. The only customizing I did on this part is right here. That was the little red circles. The paint job on those came out awesome. So those are all set. You'll probably never see them again, but hey, it matches the build now. Setback. Yeah. The paint didn't adhere to the base at all. Like, at all. So I had to go... I had to start over, basically. I think it was because I didn't prep the surface well enough. So I went back and washed them, sanded the crap out of it with a couple different grades of sandpaper, washed it again, and now I think they're completely degreased, and I think that it should adhere perfectly fine this time. So I gotta repaint those. Other good news, the extra cable I needed. This is for the DAC. It didn't come with the power supply cable, and I didn't have any 6-pin to 6-pins, so I got one of those, and then I got me a couple fan extensions. I went with Noctua's. Mainly, like, Noctua is supposed to be like a really good brand, but the price was awesome. So I got 6 of these, so I got more than enough. So yeah, I'm talking fast because I just got off of my quote-unquote real job, and I'm running out of daylight. So tonight, painting, more painting. I gotta get these stands painted. Once those are painted and cured, I can go ahead and reassemble that and actually set the monitors up. So tonight, paint the stands, install fans. That kind of rhymes. That's weird. Anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be spending most of the night painting those monitor stands, and then in between coats, while the setting, I'm going to be actually getting the fans set up in the case, as well as getting the splitter set up in the back. Oh, I don't know if I showed you guys or not. Let me see if I can show. Yeah, I got the LED strips in. That's the bottom one, and then the top one's up there. You can kind of see it. I had issues with it sticking. It doesn't want to stick up at the top, so I put some painter's tape just to hold it in place for a little while. Hopefully give the adhesive time to set in. I'm going to peel that off tonight too and see if that actually did any good. If not, instead of relying on the regular backing on those NZXT LED strips, I'm going to take some like two-sided tape and put it on there and get it stuck up there real good. So, but yeah, that's tonight. Right out of daylight, so I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Sorry this video is taking forever to be put out, but as big as this is, I don't think the laptop will be able to render it very well with it being in 4K. So this will be rendered on the new computer once it's done. And I'll see if I can't pump out just a regular vlog here soon, and just to make sure you guys know I'm not dead. But alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is probably going to be the last video of the build vlog. Last part to it anyways. As you can see, I have got her all set up. Case is built, everything's loaded, cable management is done, monitors are done, keyboard, mouse, it is all set, speaker system. All I got left to do is the software side of everything, and then we're done. So, yeah, I'm going to start on that later today, hopefully get it done. But I just wanted to show you guys I haven't been slacking off. It's been a couple more days, but yeah. I think it looks good. Loving my keyboard too. This G-Skill keyboard is awesome. These mechanical switches. But Anyways, guys, yeah, I just wanted to give you this quick update, and we'll check back in again. Well, I think you guys probably know what that is. BIOS screen. That's right, it is done. It is running, as you can see right back there. Here, let me show you guys. See you. There's my BIOS screen. Currently checking out my temperatures, which is pretty cool. And then here she is running. All lit up and awesome looking. Here, let me see if I can open this door. Case Labs quality product. Door doesn't open. There we go. Whew, that sucker's on there hard. Alright, there you go. I've gotten the LED set to green to match everything else. And they're on the breathing effect because I think that's awesome. So, let's see, updates. I had huge issues. So you'll notice here, the CPU lines, the cables for the CPU are different. What was going on there is, you're gonna love this. So I hooked everything up and I went to fire it up and I pushed the button and it clicked and then nothing. Won't do anything. I was like, that's weird. I tried a couple more times and it keeps doing it. And I was like, well, what the hell? I make sure all my connections are tight and everything's good. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I think back to when I did my test build a few months back before I got my case, and I didn't use the secondary CPU plug-in, the 4-pin. I didn't use that. I just had the 8-pin in because I just wanted to fire it up. I was like, okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that cable's bad or something, right? So I unplugged that and I turn it on and it just starts clicking. Like it's just like a breaker click, you know, just like click, click, click. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn it off real quick and I grab the CPU cable, the 8-pin, and it's fucking hot to the touch. Like I could not actually hold it. It was that hot, right? And so I was like, oh shit. So I unplug it from the power supply, I yank it off the board, and I'm like, well, holy fuck. You know? And I don't know for sure if the cables are bad or what, but like I just threw them out. I just fucking threw them out. And I plugged in the factory ones, worked just fine. Well, before I plug in the factory ones, and then one thing, I'll show you. Like you may notice, I don't know how easy it is to see through there, but you may notice the DAC is gone. That's because the cable I had plugged into it literally melted. I turned on everything once the CPU cables had gotten switched out, and the cable leading to the DAC, I don't know what the hell was going on. My only guess, and I don't even know if this is a thing for sure or not, my only guess is that the cable was either in backwards or it was garbage. I don't know. But it literally melted. Like they're paracord wrapped, right? All these custom cables, it's paracord is what they're wrapped with. And it literally just was like, and was gone in blue smoke. Yeah. So I yanked all that out. I don't have a cable for the DAC anymore, so the DAC's gone. And it actually is a really kind of a pain in the ass. I've found that with my board layout, the plug-in for the it's right back there on that side. The plug-in for the front panel mic and headphones, that plug-in's up there. Well, even with as long as the cables are on the Case Lab I/O in the front, it's not long enough. It doesn't reach. So they're not plugged in right now. I think I could probably get an extension, and I'm going to end up doing that, I'm sure. But yeah, they're not plugged in right now, right? Well, and no DAC. So, like, thankfully I have speaker system, so my sound's good, and I only use the headphones when I record. So I'm good there. But in a way, it kind of sucks because I've got these useless I/Os now. But it's whatever. I'm just going to plug my headphones in ear to the speakers, or probably into the mic. Both my speakers and my mic have a headphone jack. So I'll just do that for now. And then I'll eventually get a, whatchamacallit, an extension for the I/O on the front, and then I'll just plug it in. My fans are not wired in the way I wanted to. You can't tell because what the build's actually done. But I ordered the wrong power brick, the distribution block that I got for the fans. I ordered the wrong one. The one I ordered, you have to plug a 4-pin Molex into, right? And I don't have any 4-pin Molex to 4-pin fan header cables. And I don't even know for 100% fact if you can get those, because I couldn't find any online. And I did some looking around, and they actually make the same distribution block where it's a 3-pin fan headers on the block, but it has a 3-pin it's 3-pin fan header on it that you plug into, and plug that into your, go to your board from there. And I just ordered the wrong thing. It's 15 bucks. It's whatever. I'm gonna hang on to them. I could probably use them in a future build maybe. But so the fans are actually just plugged directly into the motherboard for now, and whenever I get around to water cooling it, then I'm going to go ahead and get the new distribution blocks, and I'm going to redo the whole fan layout and get it set up the way I want it to. What else? Let me get this door closed. So yeah, as you can see, there's my BIOS. Now, here's something that's really cool. As I told you guys, there's the DIMMs right there, right? Trident Z, 128 gig kit. Memory capacity, 131,072 megabytes. For those of you who are curious, that translates into 131.072 gigabytes. So I'm not sure. I didn't think that RAM worked the same way as hard drives. Because, with the hard drives, like I've got those 2 terabyte SSDs. Well, they came out to be like, it's not a terabyte, it's like 977 gigs on each of them. That's pretty normal. The same with the hard drives. Those are 6 gig hard drives. They're like 598 gigs is actually what's registering. That's normal. I didn't think that RAM could register as more. So yeah, I bought 128 gigs of RAM. I have 131 gigs, which is pretty awesome. I guess the only downside though is once I get into Windows, Windows I think only recognizes up to 128 gigs. So I'm gonna have that extra like 3 gigs. Just I don't know what it'll be doing. Probably nothing. But yeah, it's on the BIOS screen though because I have not yet installed Windows. There's keyboard all lit up. Yeah, it's red right now. That's because I can't change it until I get into the OS. Same with the mouse. It's glowing blue. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this heads up, show you what was going on. I'm poking around at it right now. Probably gonna technically overclock the memory. It's running the memory at 2133 right now, I think it is. But the memory that's in there is 3200. So the memory can definitely run that. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it, hey, run the memory at 3200 for now. And then once I get everything set up and it's actually running, the OS is installed and we're all good to go, then I'm going to go back in and I'll probably go ahead and overclock the CPU a little bit. I might try and pump the memory up a little too. I haven't decided yet, but I'll try and bump up the CPU a little. See how big of an overclock I can get out of it, and I'll do the same thing with the GPUs too. I'm probably not going to push the CPU too hard though, not until I put it on water. Same with the, honestly, like all what I have, I don't need to overclock technically. I've got 2 Titan XPs, I've got the 6950X, 128 gigs of RAM. There's no excuse for me to need more power. So I might leave it stock for now. I'm not really wanting to overclock while I'm on air, because I already know that the temps are going to be really throttling. Well, not truly throttling, but I already know that the temperatures are going to, especially like on the GPU, the temperatures are going to definitely hold it back, and it's going to fluctuate more. you know, those Titans run hot as it is. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it factory for now. Maybe I might mess with it just to see what I can get out of it. I probably will, knowing me. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm sorry I haven't posted a video in a while, guys. It's been a trying week, but after, if I get to, you know, where I can't really do much more on this, I'll go ahead and look into doing a vlog just to throw something on the channel. I think it's been about a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks since I posted anything, because I've been doing this build so long. So yeah, we'll do that. That way I can get back into touch with you guys, get remotivated. But yeah, for now, guys, though, I'll talk to you later. Looks a little empty, don't it? Notice something missing, don't you? Oh, look, there it is. So, the astute amongst you may be noticing that there's a motherboard in the box, and there's no motherboard in the case, and nothing else really. Well, that would be because the motherboard died. That's right, guys. The rig is dead already, and I don't know why. But I called ASUS customer support, and it has been determined that the board is dead. The motherboard died. I was in mid-game, just kind of enjoying myself. Yeah, I kind of got everything decorated a little bit. And now this. But anyways, I was in mid-game, got up, walked away from the computer, came back, and black screen. I mean, they're black now because it's off, obviously, but it was black screened. I was like, that's weird. I look at the case and then to the components, and the GPUs are both spinning. The fans on the coolers are going, but the case fans aren't moving, and the CPU fan isn't moving. I power cycled, nothing. I removed a graphics card. I'm just trying to slowly start whittling components out. Nothing. I switched the cables out. I mentioned this before. You can kind of see the factory right there in the dark. The factory CPU cables. The aftermarket ones I bought were bad. So I thought maybe the motherboard cable was bad. And so I switched it out to the factory one, didn't do anything. So just removing parts, doing what I could think of, nothing. So after a good little bit of panic, I decided, well, this seems like a motherboard problem, and my reasoning for that, you can't really see them in there, but as you guys know, it's got the start and reset button right where that foam is. Normally those stay illuminated, right? Even when the board's running. Well, it wasn't. They were illuminated until you hit the start button, and then the illumination went away. So I thought maybe it was a motherboard. Called ASUS. They ran me through some troubleshooting steps, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna RMA it. So that's what I get to do tomorrow. I'm gonna ship the motherboard off. They said depending on how parts, you know, how available the parts are and stuff, I'll be getting a motherboard back, either this one repaired or a brand new one. I kind of don't know which way I want it to be. Anyways, I'll be getting a new motherboard in about a week, give or take. So I dubbed her Madness, and that's what she is. So alright guys, that's just a quick touch up. I'm gonna film a unboxing of Loot Anime tomorrow, and that's for this month, October. I don't know when it'll be up though, because I don't have a computer, so yay. But we're still trying. The channel's still gonna happen eventually, with any luck. So, yeah. There's your update. Noticing anything different? That's right, guys. This is going to be the last of the first build vlogs that I have done, finally, after months. As you can see, Madness, as I have dubbed this computer, is running. I've got her all set up. Even switched sides. Some of you guys may have noticed she was originally on this side of the desk, and I put her over there. God, this has been a pain in the butt to get to this point, and a lot of it was my fault. So let me get you guys up to speed. Originally, I thought that my motherboard had died, and so I went and sent it off to ASUS, and they RMA'd it and sent it back. Everything was supposed to be good. Problem persisted. So I did more troubleshooting, and I ended up finding out that it was the power supply. Now, as I'm sure you guys know, a lot of times when power supplies die, they take everything with it. Thankfully, I got lucky and that didn't happen. The power supply died, but it didn't damage any of my components near as I can tell. Everything's running just fine. In fact, in some ways, it's running a little bit better than it was. Now, this is not EVGA's fault. It's my fault. So what happened, at least as far as I can tell, is somehow while I was installing the power supply, I'm assuming, some kind of debris got in there, and I think it shorted something out, because when I took it out, I shook it a little bit and I heard a rattling sound in it, and so that's how I knew it was dead. I sent that off. EVGA has amazing support, so they sent me a new one. Put her in, everything's gold. Finally got everything set up too. Now, from the camera's point of view, it looks like this is cutting off my monitor a little bit, but when I'm sitting here, it's not, so guys don't even worry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I could probably do a hell of a lot better video for you guys on this build vlog. I am so burnt on this particular one, it's killing my motivation for the whole channel, so I think we're just not even going to worry about that. We're going to take this, we're going to let this be it, and move on. So, I've got a bunch of video to edit for this. I'm going to be putting those out one a day, probably, for the next couple days until I run out of them. I've also got a Loot Anime video to build, and, I got a Loot Anime video to produce out for you guys. I'll be putting that out next, after the build vlog. And then, I haven't got my Loot Gaming for last month yet still. Whenever I get it, I'll do the video on that. But anyways, I still have a lot of software side set up. Like, I've got to get all the mods for Minecraft going. I've got the Technic Pack installed, and it's all ready to go. I just need to put in the mods that I added to it for the Minecraft Monday series. I'm going to have to put those in there, get rid of all the conflicts and all that fun jazz. After that, then I should just have to, like, there's a couple games on Steam I have to basically, like, register, I guess, in a way. Like, I can't play, like, right now, because I don't have internet where I live, as you guys know. I can't play GTA 5 because I haven't synced it with Rockstar yet. I can't play, like, Fall Cry, God. I can't play Far Cry because I need it to connect to Uplay. So I'm going to get that taken care of, though, and then everything will be done as far as I know. So that means the channel's going to go. So I'm going to start with some Minecraft Monday videos, more than like, and then we'll work on a new Retro Wednesday and then a Free-for-All Friday as well. But the channel should be able to get back to going, you know, like normal now. Only better, because I have an expensive-ass computer, finally. Oh, also, for those of you who are astute, you may notice that there's a lot of lighting up here. There's not so much lighting down here. That's because I moved the LEDs up, both strips that I had left, to where they're on top now. The reason I did that is because I wanted to put them all onto one like track, one channel on the Hue Plus, because I'm planning on doing an upgrade to this here soon, involving the Hue Plus. I'm not going to tell you guys anything else until I actually get the parts and we start doing it, but we'll be doing a short, quick upgrade video already. God, PCs. I mean, you're never done messing with them. But yeah, that's gonna be the build vlog. This is turning into a regular vlog. Don't want that. So, anyways, yeah, we're good to go. PC's done. Yay for crappy video. All right, I gotta go to the real job though. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later, and you'll be seeing some videos soon. So, all right.